everyone, this is Homemaking with Rebecca, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make some sausage balls. So when I grew up, we made a lot of sausage balls around the holiday times. We just kind of associate sausage balls with Christmas. So back then we used to use a lot of Bisquick, and when I got into real foods ingredients, I wanted to try to learn to make them without Bisquick because it's got a lot of vegetable oils, which we know can be highly toxic and inflammatory. And so I ended up coming up with this recipe, and my family loves it. I love to take it for fellowship dinners at our church and things like that. They usually get gone, and my kids are really disappointed if they don't get any, so I have to make some extra for them. This recipe freezes really well also, so you can make them up ahead of time, and you can stick them in the freezer and just pull them out for when you need them. So I'm going to show you how to make these, and these are the 6 ingredients that we use to make the sausage balls. So we've got flour here. I'm using an AP einkorn flour. You can just use regular white flour as well. You want it to be all-purpose because you're going to be adding in your own leavenings. So we've got salt, we've got baking powder, we've got cheese, and we've got sausage here, 1 pound of sausage, and we've got 1 8-ounce thing of cheese. And you know, if you've watched any of my other videos, I always advocate for grating your own cheese. I'm going to be hand grating that, but you can grate it up in like a food processor and stuff too. So all we're going to do is we're going to mix these up in our KitchenAid mixer here. Now, if you don't have a KitchenAid, you can do this with your hands. It's just going to be a little bit more work, and it's going to take a little bit of time because to get all that sausage and cheese and flour mixed in together, it takes a minute. This is kind of messy, and even in the mixer, my mixer I think is like a 4.5, so I can only make 1 batch at a time, but and it does get kind of messy, so just know that ahead of time. And we've got milk here as well. That kind of helps just bring it all together so it's not too dry. So I'm going to get started by grating up my cheese, and then we're going to mix everything up in our mixer. And I'm also going to go ahead and get my oven preheated to 350 degrees. So now that we have all our ingredients ready, we're going to start measuring the flour and baking powder and salt and put it in the bottom of our bowl there. So you're going to use 2 1/4 cups of flour and 1 1/2 tablespoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. So now that we've got our dry ingredients in the bowl, we're going to go ahead and put our paddle attachment on, and I'm just going to give that a little bit of mix so that baking powder and salt can get mixed into the flour. So now we're going to go ahead and pour in our milk, and we're going to get our sausage and our cheese put in there, and I like to get all that sausage out of the package. And this is where it kind of starts to get a little bit messy in this mixer because the flour will kind of come out when you get started. So you want to try to go as slow as you can, but sometimes it just comes out anyways. I think if you had a bigger mixer or one of those splash guards on it, that would help. So mine spilled out some flour, but my counters are clean, so we're just going to rake that back in there. We're just going to gradually get it going, and it's just going to all start coming together here. So as you can see here, everything is nice and incorporated. There's no more dry flour in the bottom of the bowl. It's all gotten mixed in with that sausage and cheese. And so we're going to get started by rolling these into balls and putting them on some cookie sheets and getting ready to bake them. So I'm baking mine on this stoneware pan and then also on a USA pan that's coated in silicone. So I'm not spraying them, but if you're using just a regular cookie sheet that doesn't have any type of coating, you might want to go ahead and spray it so they don't stick. And I like to use this 2 tablespoon stainless steel scoop, and I just scoop them out and then I roll them all with my hand so they're nice and uniform. And they're going to cook in the oven for about 25 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. So here they are fresh out of the oven, and they're going to be nice and crispy on the outside when you bite into them, and they're going to be soft on the inside. They're super great to eat warm, and they're also good room temperature. We like to eat them with jam sometimes. They're super good like that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching.